If room temperature superconductivity is popularized, human beings will enter a new era of superconductivity. And the reason why cars need gasoline to charge is mainly to overcome the friction of the ground. If cars can use wet temperature superconductivity technology, they can levitate on the ground, and maybe they can push it forward with a little bit of air in the tail. Without the friction of the ground, the car will be able to run forward without much energy consumption, and the speed is very fast, which is the first feature of superconductors. The diamagnetism, that is, the Messner effect, specifically, if you put the superconductor into a magnetic field, the electrons inside the superconductor will form a continuous current, and then copy the surface of the conductor, and this current will produce a reverse magnetic field, cancel out the external magnetic field, or have a confrontation with the external self-assembly, so that it can be suspended, but to make the car stable suspension, and not run off, it may be better to mix it, that is, to allow part of the total market penetration to achieve quantum locking, which will make the car run more stable. Or what Kitty Hawk said, that time is completely anti-imperial. There are many other areas that can be used, such as magnetic resonance imaging, magnetic constraints, controllable and variable large particle collider, superconductivity, quantum computer, and so on. If it is superconductivity, temperature can be less than these. Equipment costs will be greatly reduced. The conditions of experiment and operation will be much more relaxed, will accelerate development. In addition to the other feature of anti-female superconductivity is zero resistance. We can feel the hot of mobile phones when we usually brush our mobile phones. That is, because there is resistance. In ordinary metal conductors, the movement of conductive electrons is chaotic, resulting in collision energy loss, which is manifested in the macro world, resistance. So we have to go to bed early at night. Brush the mobile phone. It is really not very good for mobile phones. Originally, in the superconductor conductive electronic orderly movement, there is no energy loss, current will not decay. If the ovaries can be popular in the future, the mobile phone can also be connected with resistance. The charging speed will be faster, the battery life will be longer, but also can be lighter and thinner. Because this does not need a lot of heat dissipation and protection measures. You can say no heat, but also handle more tasks at the same time. And the actual connection of resistance also means zero loss of power transmission. In theory, in the Sahara Desert and Australia ship 2 large photovoltaic positions. The use of solar power, coupled with some wind power and hydropower supplement, the transmission lines to the world. The world's energy can be uninterrupted enough. The concept of superconducting agent has actually been more than 100 years ago. But before, either by -1 or 2 by due low temperature, or by high pressure can be achieved. Now is the development of temperature superconductivity faster and faster. If you can really achieve superconductivity at room temperature and normal pressure, then many science fiction movies will really soon become reality. When semiconductor was just invented, who could think of the current chips, mobile phones, artificial intelligence, and other things? The potential of superconductors must be beyond our existing imagination, although I don't know what changes will be made in the future, but they must be very good.